EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Jones on the return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. He'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Now a run with Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Tyler Higbee. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Rams 7, Broncos 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's the option. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 17 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Out of the gun, gone. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On the counter, this is Akers. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And it's still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Mostert. And And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Goff. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Goff's throw here finds Woods. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pick.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And it's 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Goff now looks to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And a nice pick up there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 20.
Makes the score Rams 28, Broncos 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. Pretty move. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
You're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Goff. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
3rd and 2, Goff. They got a man, it's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Goff. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
It's a gain of
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Akers. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They're running the jet sweep with Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Check, check. 40's mark. 40's a mark. 40's a mark. Time to go right now.
On 2nd down now. Akers down to the 25. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
40's mark. 40's mark.
Goff on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
It's 3rd and 10.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here I come again.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get it ready, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Now it's Henderson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Henderson, the ball carrier.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On the return is Jones. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it? Those are the things that we could probably say.
Of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. But we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Jones on the return. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Calais. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Now, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. So that one will be accepted. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is Mostert. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.